So much to be learned there. So much when we look at the biggest mistakes of attitude. When I think about our gappers who are out there walking on the beach or sitting in the car right now listening, this is a great prelude to the questions. Believe in yourself.
Mm,
Sometimes I think the biggest problem that people have not believing in themselves is they're not present with themselves, but they're never present with anyone else.
mm,
And I'd like to just bridge the gap a little bit from the general conversation of attitude and your attitude, ambassadors or mentors. And let's talk about this thing called Believe in You.
mm.
And I'd love to know in your history, when did you sit down and go, I better start believing in myself if I'm going to bridge the gap from where I am to where I want to be and from who I am to where I want to go? Did you have an experience like that in your life?
Oh, I did, buddy. And I talk about this in the book as well. And I don't say that because I'm pitching the book. It's just an important, it's a seminal story for me, right? There's a column there in my life that I look at it and say, wow, that was pivotal. So it was this strange time. I'm diagnosed with colon cancer at 40.
Ooh,
You weren't even supposed to start looking for that until you were 50 back then, 20 years ago.
sure.
I got caught in this bizarre situation where I had no health coverage. I had just left one employer, didn't have Cobra coverage, that kind of bridge. And I literally, in that week when I was diagnosed, had no health insurance.
Oh
And
my
so what
God.
that meant was we went through all of our savings. We lost our house.
Yes.
Um, my wife and I had only been married 9 years at that point, and it was devastating. And so finally, at some point, I'm trying to find a gig and trying to figure out how to recreate some income while I'm getting my health back. And so picture this, and this is no knock on this business, but I just want you to picture yourself doing this, Glenn. At 40, pretty successful. I looked in the want ads. Remember the days where want ads were in the newspaper,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And it's like you can sell suits at Men's Warehouse.
Nice.
Yeah. So I went to Men's Warehouse and I interviewed with a guy who was about 15 years younger than me in the back room at a desk that looks like it had come out of the Department of Motor Vehicles with a bunch of suits hanging on exposed
Oh
pipes
my
in the back.
God, Bill.
And
Wow.
I got back in my car, which by the way was an Audi 5000, and there was change. I'm saying this because I remember that car. It had change in the ashtray that was just enough to get me gas to get home.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
that bad.
Wow.